Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and I'm here at Nekocon 2022. And right now, I am with a former guest that was on the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Morgan Berry, voice actor. You've seen them in so many animes, heard their voices, and they're a talented singer as well. So, Morgan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for having me.
Hey, you are welcome. Like I said, we had you on the podcast before. You can watch the interview or listen to it on our website. Now, Morgan, everybody knows that you're a voice actress, and I want to ask you questions about your musical career, because like I said, you have an amazing singing voice, and you're welcome. And I just want to know, is there an album going to be coming out soon?
Ooh, that's expensive to make. So I don't know about an album, but I like releasing singles every once in a while when I have the funds.
Okay.
But I would hope. I plan on getting back into the song covers eventually, so hopefully maybe sometime next year. Yeah, I got plans.
So, song covers, like I said, amazing voice. You've done so many amazing covers of songs. Which one has been one of your favorites?
Okay, Unravel from Tokyo Ghoul.
Nice.
That one hit like 1 million views. I didn't expect any of my song covers to take off or get any attention, but they did, which was really cool. And Unravel, I think, was my favorite one and the one that got the most views also. There was a lot of emotion that went into singing that one, so that one's my favorite.
Awesome. And it's a really sad song. I feel like when you listen to it, it makes you want to cry. Have any of you guys ever cried?
Yes, those lyrics, and I adapted the lyrics to English, and so as I'm writing them, I'm like, oh, this is deep,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you this. Who were some of your musical inspirations that, made you want to get into singing?
Okay, so I just loved singing ever since I was a kid. There was no one in particular that inspired me. I just loved singing. But I do have some favorite artists. The first one that comes to mind is Demi Lovato.
Nice.
Her pipes, her range is incredible. I just love singing her songs. It's fun to sing because there's just those riffs. She's incredible. So I'd say she's my favorite.
So final music question I have for you. To anybody that is an upcoming singer, what is some advice that you would give to them so that way they can become better or, learn and hone their craft?
I do recommend training with someone because you don't want to sing incorrectly and hurt yourself. So choir, I was involved in choir. I'd say if you're in school and there's a choir, join them. Training. I feel like that sets you off on the right start, to that journey. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, since we're here at Nekocon, I got to ask you, what have been some of your favorite moments that you've had at cons from over the years?
Favorite moments? There's so many.
Those are the questions that I ask.
I love conventions. Not even just as a guest, but as an attendee. I love meeting fans. I love going shopping in the exhibit hall. It's favorite moments. There are too many that come to mind. It is. I love meeting people. I love hosting panels. And I used to for those of you who don't know, I'm sure everybody knows at this point, I'm a huge Voltron fan. And so I used to host a Voltron panel where I just meet up with fellow Voltron fans and just talk about fan fiction and stuff, and just so much fun just talking with fellow fans of anime and cartoons in general, video games. I love being a fellow nerd,
Awesome. That's awesome. And that's what it's all about. So, I got to ask you now, because the Great Turkey War is coming up. Oh. I got to ask you, what is your favorite dish that you love to have on Thanksgiving?
Oh, I like mashed potatoes and brown gravy.
Ooh, that's a good one. No raisins, right?
No raisins.
Yeah, because some people out there be doing crazy stuff with raisins. So, final question that I have for you, because Yashahime, it just came back out, and if you haven't watched Yashahime, everybody, it's the continuation of Inuyasha, and you voice Inuyasha's daughter. How has that experience been? Because season 2 is out. When season 1 came out, it was a hit. People loved it. So, how's that experience been? Oh, sorry.
It's been exciting. I binged the entire Inuyasha series and all of the movies when I got the audition for Moroha, because I didn't grow up with cable, so I didn't grow up with the show.
Yeah.
So when I got the audition, I was like, oh, this is big. I need to do this audition justice, because I know there's so many people out there who would just kill to even get an audition for this show. So like that, it was an honor just even to just read for that character, you know? And so I was like, you know what, I've never seen the show before. I had friends who had seen it in high school, you know, but I'd never seen it myself because no cable. I was poor. And so I was like, you know what, it's on Hulu. I'm gonna binge this whole thing. I fell in love. And so, yes, and so I watched as much of it as I could before, you know, I had to record the audition and send it in before the deadline, because there was a deadline. I sent it in just a few minutes late because I was binging the show.
Yeah.
And I think that helped me book it because I got a feel for the character, you know, for Inuyasha and Kagome and their dynamic. And yeah, I think that helped me book it. And, you know, I don't usually get to voice for young teenage girls. That's not my typecast, you know? But I think the texture in my voice really helped because it's very similar to Richard Ian Cox, you know?
Yeah.
I think that worked in my favor because when I got the audition, I said out loud to my roommates, I told them, I said, I'm not gonna book this, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I normally voice for tomboys and deep-voiced women, Toa and Setsuna, but I did not get those audition sides. The casting director only sent me the audition sides for Moroha. So I didn't even get to read for Toa and Setsuna. So I thought to myself, I'm not gonna book Moroha, I'm not gonna book this. But then I got the call back a few weeks later and I was like, no. And then and here's the thing, when you edit down your auditions, it may be 1 minute to 2 minutes long, you know, edited down. This audition was so long, edited down, it was 7 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I spent hours on this audition, right? And I'm glad it worked out, you know? It's always sad when you know, when you're auditioning for things over and over again, you're so excited, you spend all your time on these auditions and then you don't book them.
Exactly.
But that's the industry, that's being a voice actor. You audition more than you book. And you can't book everything, you know? And so I really didn't think I was gonna book it, but then I did, and that was really exciting. And I was like, oh my God, when I got that email, I was freaking out. So.
I mean, I would too. I mean, like, this is the continuation of Inuyasha, and you're voicing Inuyasha's daughter. So, I mean, I would be freaking out too.
Iconic. I got to say Iron Reaver Soul Stealer and Blades of Blood. Like, that's amazing.
It is. One final thing, because you binged Inuyasha, who was your favorite character up there?
Oh my God.
Mine's Moroku. I love the monk.
I know this sounds cliche, but Inuyasha.
I mean,
the lead, you know.
The lead.
I liked all those scenes where they were in the real world.
Yeah.
The modern day, you know.
Yeah.
I liked, that was silly to me. You know, you got someone from the feudal era in a different world, you know. Those moments, you know, when there was a cockroach in the kitchen and
yeah, he's trying to kill it.
And then he like blows up the kitchen. Like, I like moments like that.
Okay.
It's just, those are my favorite scenes, honestly. I love that.
Awesome. So, Morgan, thank you so much for letting me interview you today. It was fun catching up. Tell everybody in social media land where they can find you at.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook page at The Morgan Berry.
Awesome. Hey, y'all stay tuned. Got some more interviews coming up. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.